If you're watching this, you know what this is about. This is guitar player Ron Emory from T.S.O.L. I'm not going to waste your time with that, but this dude's legendary. He's got some of the best riffs in American hardcore punk scene. And he's been in every single variation of T.S.O.L. since the get-go. That's right. This is the man right here. So let me ask you a question. The first question is, the song You Don't Have to Die. Is that your guys' first recording?
No.
No.
Oh, no. You Don't Have to Die. Yes, it was, actually.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, well, it was a series of 4 songs. I sold my orange cabinet, or a 412 orange cabinet, that I sold to pay for it. It was a whole $175. It wasn't the first song, but it's the first song we recorded.
Where do those other 3 songs go? I never heard of them.
I know, it's a mystery. My brother actually has the original tape, the reel-to-reel, and so there's a story that not a lot of people know about. But so I was trying to play that one time, and my brother has in possession of it. He has a huge T.S.O.L. collection. It's insane. But I'm like, oh shit, here's that first recording, and I put it on his reel-to-reel, and I pushed play. And then I went to stop it, but I pushed reverse, and it snapped the tape. It broke the tape in the middle of that song. So I panicked and tried to do like they used to have to do and tape it, cut and splice the tape. So now there's permanently a little glitch in that. So next time you listen to that, see if
I remember that glitch.
Yeah, there's a little glitch.
I remember the glitch.
Yeah, that's because I fucked it up.
Damn, that's crazy. It's a cool story. So, was the self-titled EP, was that your second recording?
That is the second recording.
So I heard you guys had some bullshit with that one, like the dude who recorded you guys, like tried to drop the money and stuff like that.
Oh, Posh Boy record?
Yeah, Posh Boy.
Yeah, he never paid us anything, yeah.
He was a dictator in Orange too, I guess.
Yeah, I think Mike Palm got some lawyers and they settled up, and I mean, those records sold a lot. We never got paid for them. Posh Boy used to be like, you can have, he got confronted at a show, and he got chased out of the parking lot, threatened to get beat up and whatnot. And in Fullerton, he came to a show, but he later tried to make amends, and we've been on okay terms, although he made all the money off of that. He would be like, you can have $500 or you can have the accounting, you can't have both. And it's like, okay, we'll take the accounting, and he wouldn't give us the accounting because he knew he would have to pay a lot more than the $500. But we're on okay terms now. Whatever. That's all. We never did it for the money anyway.
For sure.
It wasn't about money.
Like honestly,
but if somebody's making fucking hundreds and hundreds of thousands of dollars out of it, they should kick back the artist.
Well, thankfully, I'm glad Posh Boy existed because I wouldn't have heard that record without it.
Yeah.
And
he
honestly,
put a lot of great records out.
Fuck, dude, that EP alone just got me like one of my first bands I ever got into.
Yeah.
Like
the Beach Boulevard album, the Rodney on the Rocks album, those were great records. Yeah. Great records.
My first show was Troubadour 1999 with T.S.O.L.
That was a crazy one.
Remember that guy? He like slid down the balcony with a
I remember the show well. That was crazy because we don't usually play places like the Troubadour. That's kind of a rock place.
Yeah.
And when we played that, we're like, sure, let's do it. Doug Weston's Troubadour. It's like a legendary hair metal band place. To have a punk rock show there. It was crazy. I remember it.
That was a good show.
Yeah.
And I remember my mom was waiting out front for me because I was like 13 years old at the time. And she's sitting on the bench outside, and 2 punks came and flanked her and sat on each side. And she's like, I was so worried, but they turned out to be the nicest boys ever. Fuck no. So Dance With Me after that, what was the recording process going on with that?
That was Tom Wilson, who did the Adolescence record.
Oh yeah, Frontier.
Frontier Records, and Lisa Fancher, another person who was not good to their bands,
Oh shit.
Yeah, but she put out some great records, but didn't pay anybody.
Was that chick who runs Frontier?
Yeah.
Oh, she was like that? Yeah, okay.
She was like that too.
Wow. That's surprising to hear.
Some of it is, everyone was trying to figure it out on their own at the time. It was like Tim Armstrong said, that record had to sell a million. Because every punk rocker he's ever met has that record.
Yeah, dude.
So, who knows? Who cares? It was fun to do because Tom Wilson was great to work with. He just was like, he would take like a audio photograph of what you were doing. He didn't try to fucking change anything. He didn't try to say, hey, you're a little out of tune. He didn't try to say, hey, your timing's off. He was like, fucking great. Sounds great, but it was all new.
Dude, the guitar was sounding perfect, bro. The bass was heavy as fuck in the background. The drummer, dude. Okay, so I'm gonna ask a question. I hope you're gonna get mad right now, but a lot of the fans I heard over the years, including myself, were wondering about the new drummer because like that old drummer, bro, the fucking heavy hi-hat with the like Ramones hi-hat, dude. It was so fast, man.
Todd Barnes.
I see you guys in 2006 and he wasn't the same, man. It was like
that would have been tiny. Todd passed away in '99 already.
Yeah, dude,
that would have been tiny. He's a fucking great drummer.
Dude, the original, what was his name?
Todd Barnes.
Todd Barnes was crazy.
I tell you what, Todd Barnes, I've met and played with and know some of the best drummers in the world.
Yeah.
I mean, some of the ones that have just been on everything, you know. From Josh Freese, who plays with the Foo Fighters now after Taylor. Jack actually played with Taylor too, Jack Christian. And Josh has played with everybody, with Sting, with Devo, now with the Foo Fighters. He's played, I mean, just so many recordings. And he would be like, how in the fuck did Todd do what he did? Because he would never let up on those 16th notes, like you're talking about. I had him right,
So sick.
16th notes, and he would never let up on them, man. And he was so creative in the way he played. But the thing is, none of us knew how to play. We all learned to play together. We all learned to play like, hey, that sounds cool, let's do that, you know? And it wasn't, like, I constantly, even to this day, have to call our keyboard player Greg King because he fucking is classically trained. He knows a lot of shit. And I say, hey, what is
From
this?
Beneath the Shadows.
Yeah, he's here tonight.
Oh, is he here you guys?
Yeah, he's here tonight.
Okay, dude.
It's like, I play like what sounds good to me. I don't know the technical term of whatever the hell it is, you know. And some of the chords, like if you put some of the chords that I play into like a chord finder chart, it comes up unknown chord. You'd be like, hey, what is this, Greg? And you'd be like, oh, that's like the diminished 7th, 9th, you know, E minor 7, 9 chord. I'm like, I don't know what the fuck that is. Whatever, it sounds good to me.
Speaking of Beneath the Shadows, like, how did you guys go like more into the goth scene? And what was going on in the scene punk scene back?
We were just playing. We were getting better at playing. We were writing a little more sophisticated because we were learning how to play a little bit, you know. And so it's like when we recorded the first EP, we had all of the songs from Dance With Me. We just gave possibly the oldest ones because we knew we were gonna fucking play. It was like, yeah, let's give them these old ones. You know, we flushed the contract down the toilet. It didn't matter. And then we had All the Dance With Me at the same time, so that was the next record that we put out. We were working on Beneath the Shadows. It wasn't like working on Beneath the Shadows, we were working on new songs, you know? And it became Beneath the Shadows, you know? And it was, a lot of people didn't understand it at the time, because they were used to, they were used to
Send All My Thoughts to You, that's a fucking badass song, dude.
Yeah, there's some good songs on there.
Yeah.
But
Wash Away. I like the Suburbia version better. Yeah. It just sounds better live, dude. You know, like it sounds fucking sick.
Yeah. Look up the Who's Screwing Who version, man. That's a good one. Yeah. We did. Since we weren't getting paid for any of our songs, we decided to re-record all of our songs and put them out on our own record. It's called Who's Screwing Who because they were screwing us forever. So we re-recorded our songs. That way they didn't have any part of it.
Okay.
So that was the thought process behind Who's Screwing Who. And it's all like Dance With Me, it's all a lot of songs up Beneath the Shadows. It's a lot of those songs that we never got paid for that we put out again. And we recorded with Tiny, you were saying. A great drummer in 2006. That was recorded with Tiny. All this Who's Screwing Who is. So it's like new moderner.
We know when I saw you guys, it was with Ransom in 2006 when I seen you, and man, I seen you wasn't hitting that 16th down on that hi-hat. I was like, oh man,
Yeah.
what happened?
That's Tiny. He lives in New York now.
That's cool. So
Now we have Antonio. He's a fucking another beast.
so Change Today, man, like Change Today, like how'd you guys transverse into that? Like, hold on a second, let me go back to Weather Statue. Weather Statue, bro, like that bass line and that fucking harmonic just coming in, bro, and then like every song after that, dude, like how were you guys coming up with those riffs? Like, what were you listening to at the time when you were doing that? Was there anything like inspired by anything particular? That was a heavy duty song.
It was a different step. It was a whole different thing, you know. It was like just writing songs, and again,
It was one of those songs where it's
weird,
like
weird chords and stuff that, like, you know, it sounds good to me. I don't know what it is, that kind of thing. Because if you listen to the guitar riff on Leather Statue, like I wrote the bass line on that too.
Oh, you wrote that bass line?
Yeah. Yeah. So you listen to the chords, and it's like, it's really just like a group of notes, you know, which is what a chord is, but it's like a group of notes with, it's like a chord with a bunch of single notes in it. Yeah. So it's like,
the guitar part.
It's just a trippy whatever, you know.
So Change the Day, like, you guys kind of have like a Danzig vibe to his vocals.
Well, that was Joe Wood. That was Joe Wood, yeah. And so I had been playing with Joe Wood in a band called the Loners during T.S.O.L. You know, I had several bands. I played in the Joneses too. But we had the Loners. It was kind of just a fun thing. And Jack and Todd quit T.S.O.L. in '93. And so I was already playing with Joe, and Mike was like, what the fuck are we going to do, Rhodes? And it's like, let's just keep playing, you know, we got Joe, and then Mitch Dean was the drummer of the Joneses at the time. So I said, ask Mitch if he wanted to jam with us, because they picked me out of the band because I wouldn't put T.S.O.L